What is good, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffled Rowlet, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. So, we're not doing an edited video once again today because we had the presentation, the Pokemon Presents, that was posted and, publicly given to us basically 5 hours ago, and we got a bunch of things revealed. Now, we could go through the actual thing right here and actually show each one individually, but there are actually trailers for each one here. If you want to go watch them on your own, you can do that. We had something revealed here called Pokemon, was this Pokemon Smile, which is like a mobile game to help kids brush their teeth. It's pretty straightforward. It's nothing too cool or interesting. There's something cute like the children can play. Next is Cafe Mix, which is a sort of like Pokemon puzzle type game. We've seen similar things in the past, but this one is it's got kind of like a nice little aesthetic to it that's different from what we're mostly used to, right? So you've got that, and you can again look into these on your own because I want to talk about something slightly different and slightly bigger, and those two things are Pokemon Snap and also something that was announced at the end of this presentation. See, at the end of the presentation right here, Mr. Ishihara tells us something very interesting. So if we listen right here, I can put my headset on and we can hear exactly what he says. But if you listen right here, towards the end, he mentioned something very interesting. So, let's continue.
That's all for today's announcements. But there is another big project we're working on that I still want to share with you. You won't have to wait long, as I plan to share more news with you next week on June 24th.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So please look forward to it.
Yes, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this Presents, he announced another Presents. So, we just got Pokemon Presents on the 17th, and we're getting another one next week on the same day of the week, on the Wednesday, the 24th. Wednesday, 24th of June. Next week, we're getting another Pokemon Presents, and he says they're going to reveal a big project. Now, people have made some notices when it comes to the background Ishihara has behind him. Now, why are we mentioning the background? Well, Ishihara tends to do this. If you see plushes behind him, that's always somewhat hinting at what might come next. He always does this. They always do this. They're really strange Pokemon. So what you may notice behind Ishihara here is some interesting things. Number one, you can see behind him a lot of Johto plushes. A lot of Johto Pokemon plushes are right behind him. So let's go through all the plushes he has here. So we got like Palpitoad, we got like Sudowoodo, we got Ampharos up here in the left corner, if you guys can even see my mouse while I'm doing this. So you got them up there, right? Then you've got like, I think that is maybe Snubble or something else, I'm not really sure. These ones up here are a little bit ambiguous to see. But everything in the middle, though, is Ho-Oh, Lugia, Gen 2 Pokemon, Lapras, a little bit of an iffy one, Mewtwo also iffy one, but everything after that, we can't see what's behind his head though, but you've got Meganium here on the, right behind his head here, Meganium, then you've got Typhlosion for Alligator, you got Entei, Raikou, and Suicune, right? All of these are Gen 2 Pokemon, but not just that. In the corner down here, you've got a Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee boxes. On the left is Let's Go Pikachu. On the right is Let's Go Eevee. You know what's behind? The two evolutions that are right next to Eevee here in the middle? Is Umbreon and Espeon. These were introduced in Generation 2. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are all thinking that this might be hinting that we're going to get Let's Go Johto. Yes, Let's Go Johto announced next week. Now, I'm hoping that isn't the case and we get Pokemon Diamond and Pearl announced instead, and maybe even a teaser instead for Diamond and Pearl remakes for 2022 perhaps, but it's possible Let's Go Johto will be announced next week, because he does this often. They often do this where they hint stuff behind them, and it's kind of interesting also, they're doing this next week, which is really interesting, right? Because it must make sense. They decided not to announce it now because it would shift focus away from the Isle of Armor. So they decided to do it next week because they want to make sure to announce this so the investors know. So next week, we'll get to see something major. Now, that's not all though. Again, we've talked about his background, what's behind him here. But you want to know something other that's really interesting that was discovered by Central Pokemon. So here's what Central Pokemon noticed. They say here, Shota Kageyama, a songwriter who occasionally works on the main Pokemon saga, has made retweets to next week's big announcement. So that's, again, what's happening next week for the new Pokemon Presents. Kageyama worked on the soundtrack from Heart Gold Soul Silver to Oras. Notice something interesting there? From remake to remake. At the time, he went freelance, but he came back for the Let's Go remake. Guys and girls, I think we have almost a confirmation here that, yeah, we might be seeing Let's Go Johto announced next week, which, let me begin and say, that is just insane. The fact that that is actually possibly going to happen next week, that we actually will see that announced, it's actually insane. Like, I can't believe, like, I genuinely can't grasp that's what we're gonna see, because I'm still more excited for Generation 4 remakes, Diamond and Pearl, and I think most of you guys are more excited for Generation 4 remakes, but it's still crazy to me, because I just, you know, I try to go in with this, like, in low expectations, right? But the fact that they are doing another presentation next week is crazy. This is so, like, not normal for Pokemon, right? This is so uncommon for them to do. They never do this. That's the crazy part. They never really do this, right? So that's why this is all, like, just so unorthodox. So these are big things, right? The fact that the guy who's worked on, like, the music for basically, like, all of the major remakes, right? Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Oras, and Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, and, I mean, he didn't work on Fire Red Leaf Green, but let's just count those on the side, right? But the fact that he's worked on some of the most major remakes for the music, that's insane. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, that's actually crazy, dude. So, maybe Let's Go Johto is gonna literally be announced. This is crazy. This is actually crazy. We might actually see it announced. Now, the question is, if they announce Let's Go Johto, right? Let's see the two options. They can either announce Let's Go Johto or Generation 4 remakes, right? They can announce one of those two. And probably Detective Pikachu and Pokemon Sleep might be shown as well. But if we look at those two first ones, those biggest options, right? Let's Go Johto and Diamond and Pearl. Which one do you guys want more? Do you want Let's Go Johto more or Diamond and Pearl? And also, who's more likely to happen? Well, see, here's the thing, right? If they were to get Let's Go Johto, when would it release? Well, I'm having a feeling it could actually end up being this year. Now, you might be wondering, whoa, wait, why this year? Why would they reveal this year? Remember, they usually announce remakes later in the year compared to their, like, big generations. Remember, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee were announced in May. They were announced in May of 2018. Remember that. Keep that in mind, right? At the end of May, they were announced. So does it really seem strange that they announced a Let's Go Johto now in June, and we get it released in November after the DLC releases of Crown Tundra? Think about it. Doesn't that make sense? Doesn't that, logically speaking, if you think about this, right? Doesn't that make 100% sense in a business perspective to do that, release it, and then possibly next year we'll get another remake and it'll be Diamond and Pearl? Anything is possible. Like, anything is possible. But if it's Diamond and Pearl that gets announced, then I don't think they'll release Diamond and Pearl this year. They'll probably release it next year and make it into a really, really big project, right? So who knows? And who knows? Maybe we won't get Let's Go Johto or Diamond and Pearl, and we're instead going to get Detective Pikachu announced, or something, you know, or like, you know, just Pokemon Sleep, you know? Maybe that's the only thing we'll get announced. Who knows? But those are the, basically, like, the speculations I wanted to talk about, and some of the major information. Next on the major information list is, of course, Pokemon Snap, and this game looks incredible. Now, keep in mind, the footage on the screen here is, of course, footage that we can't really, like, say if it's 100%, like, you know, gonna look like this, because it is work in progress, but this is somewhat, like, this, again, this is also like a cinematic, right? So, we don't know if this is exactly what it's gonna look like, because it's all cinematic, but I think if you look right here, I think the footage you see around these areas, right here, this looks to me like it's kind of more of what it's gonna look like. Again, this is work in progress. You know, this is work in progress. Like, see the animations and stuff, how they're moving? This seems more like this seems like what it's gonna look like, genuinely, right? Like, actually, when you play it. And I'm gonna say, I hope this is the graphics that we get, the sort of graphics we get for Generation 9. I really hope so. I really, really, really hope that Generation 9 goes down this path. Because, I mean, hey, there's Scorbunny in this beautiful setting. The ocean here looks amazing. Everything just looks so clean and beautiful. Like, look at these, like, Torterra. I mean, this is clearly a cutscene, and like a pre-made cutscene, right? And not an actual, like, you know, proper gameplay part. But it looks all amazing, though. And they mention here, right? It's under construction here. They mention at the end. So this is something we won't see for a while. Keep that in mind. That's gonna be far into the distance is when we're gonna see, you know, the release of this, game, so to say. So yeah, keep that in mind. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited. So what do you guys think? Do you think that what we see right here behind Ishihara, do you think this is a hint? Do you think the fact that we see Let's Go Pichu, Let's Go Eevee, and the fact that we see all these Johto Pokemon, right? So many Johto Pokemon, so many of them, right? Do you think this is a hint to anything? Also, people notice the black Pikachu, which people are saying like is possibly in relation to like Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. But I think no, I think they have the black Pikachu there for like to support like, you know, Black Lives Matter. I think that's why they have it there. I think it's more likely that's the case. I might be wrong, but it could also that could be it. People are saying it's XD Gale of Darkness hint, remake hint. I don't know, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. It could just be like with the current like social situation that they're trying to show more solidarity. I mean, Pokemon has been amazing and they've been donating to the movement. They've been supportive, so could be that that's the case instead. But I don't know. So what do you guys think? Do you think we're gonna get Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee? Sorry, Let's Go Johto, or do you think we're gonna get Diamond and Pearl? I keep saying Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. It's so confusing to say Johto now. But yeah, what do you guys think we're gonna get? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ruffle Rowlett. Have a great day, and expect a lot of Isle of Armor video coming out after this one. It's gonna be loads of content. So yeah, guys, thank you so much, and bye bye.